In debating Title IX, American society explored the idea of equal athletic rights for men and women. Although conditions have improved, the debates about gender equality continue to be explored today. In 1970, only 1 out of every 27 girls participated in high school sports. Today, that ratio is 1 in every 3. Sports are a very important part of the American society. Through sports, heroes are made, goals are set, and dreams are accomplished. The media makes these things possible by creating publicity for these athletes. Today, the media has downplayed the role of women in sports. When an American thinks of women in sports, they think of figure skating, gymnastics, and diving. People don't realize that women have the potential to play a sport that a man can play with equal ingenuity, if not better. A lot has changed for women since the 1970s. One of the most important events that has happened in the area of female recreation is the establishment of professional athletics for women. The Educational Amendments of 1972 state that anyone who wants an education is treated equally no matter what race or gender, to create an equal opportunity for everyone. Most important of those amendments is Title IX. June 23, 1972 changed the playing field in athletics. This was the date that Richard Nixon signed the bill for Title IX, putting it into full swing. But what is Title IX exactly? Title IX is a set of laws that was created to help with equity between men and women, especially in the sporting field. Before Title IX, women weren't allowed to participate in sports. The few sports they could partake in were tennis, swimming, track, and occasionally cheerleading. Now women can play in most sports, including soccer, softball, and volleyball. Title IX may seem to be a set of laws that were set in the 70s, but really Title IX is still undergoing exploration due to the fact that men and women's sporting opportunities aren't exactly equal. In fact, Title IX might never be 100% flawless. For example, football, formerly known as a men's sport, is usually granted a higher level of money for funds and equipment, making it a larger struggle for there to be equity between men and women's funding in athletics. If the men's football team uses a certain amount of money, then the women should get to use that equal amount of money for their sporting usage. Before Title IX took place, women's rights in the sports field were very limited. Up until the 1970s, there were few school or recreational sports teams women could join. At this period in time, women were limited to tennis, swimming, track, and sometimes cheerleading. It wasn't up until 1972 that there were more sports added to the list. In trying to have a more even opportunity for women, the government had to explore the different options for what Title IX would deliberate. For example, there was always and still is a struggle for money lost and gained between both men and women in the sporting field. If the men's football team needed money for a new football field, for example, the women would need to be issued the same amount of money for their use. Not only did the money loss gain need to be addressed, but the overall opportunities needed to be equal as well. Title IX states that no person in the United States shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation and be denied the benefits of or be subjected to discrimination under any educational program or activity receiving federal financial assistance. Title IX applies to all educational institutions, both public and private, that receive federal funds. Almost all private colleges and universities must abide by Title IX. Athletics are not the specific target for Title IX. Athletics programs are considered educational programs and activities. There are 3 basic parts of Title IX that apply to athletics. 1. Participation. Title IX does not require institutions to offer identical sports but an equal opportunity to play. 2. An equal opportunity for scholarships should be granted to both men and women. 3. Other benefits. Title IX requires the equal treatment of female and male student athletes such as equipment, games, and tutoring. These new regulations have brought in a wave of girls into the college athletics scene. Today, due to Title IX, more girls are encouraged to participate in sports and other activities. College is now a possible option in a young woman's decision for post-high school plans. Now a job beyond being a wife and mother is well within reach. As women competed publicly, they gained more respect, becoming role models for millions of little girls and young women who can now truly dream about a life in professional sports. Because now there are both male and female leagues. Now that women are competing on national television, has continued to break down stereotypes that women are incapable of being competitive, intense, physically strong, and skilled. Public exposure is one of the most important ways to gain access and opportunity. Many improvements have been made over the years, mainly in the last 30 years since Title IX was enacted. It's not only important in athletics, but also in education. In 1972, women earned 9% of medical degrees. A few years ago, that percentage was up to 38%. Law degrees increased from 7% to 43%. All of these increases give reason to celebrate what Title IX has accomplished. There are many complaints about the slow-moving progress of Title IX. This is more obvious in the athletic arena. Female participation in athletics has increased dramatically since 1971, when there was only an 8% participation rate among high school girls, and only recently it rose to 40%. Meanwhile, boys' participation has remained fairly stable. Opponents of Title IX claim that it should not be enforced in college athletics because there is a lack of athletic interest on the part of college females. Some people would disagree that it's not the lack of interest that's a problem, but the lack of opportunity and positions open. It's hard if you're not one of the ones who made All-State and you're being recruited by everyone. Title IX has made it easier for anyone to go out there and play sports, whether it be in high school or college. 2 years after the introduction of this law, Billie Jean King and Donna De Verona, two of the first women to successfully compete in professional sports, founded the Women's Sports Foundation. Today, other female role models like Jackie Joyner-Kersee, Christy Yamagaki, and Picabo Street support this establishment, whose slogan reads, "Giving girls a chance to play." This program works to ensure that girls are given the same opportunities as boys and to teach women about their rights. Since sports are some of the most public events, they are the best ways for women to express their strength and ability to be as effective as men are. This helps in breaking down sexist barriers that still exist. When people have more open-minded attitudes about female abilities, it opens a door for women to be convinced of their qualifications, gain hope, and perceive increased opportunity. Title IX has been one of the most influential laws with respect to women, specifically female athletes, because it required, among other things, gender equity in athletics. Today's female student athletes have been fortunate enough to experience the whole of their athletic careers under a system that includes improvements in the overall quality of their sports, as well as increased participation rates. This has provided them with more opportunities in educational and occupational areas as well as in life. When asked what Title IX meant to them, some athletes were quoted as saying, "Title IX to me means opportunity. I cannot fathom what my life would look like without sports and without the opportunities created by Title IX. Kara Jones. Title IX represents opportunity for all individuals in education. Even though Title IX covers all areas of education, it is most publicly known for its effect on sports and athletics. I am very thankful for all the administrators, policymakers, student athletes, and coaches who helped to create the opportunities that so many today take for granted. Cassie Kosiba. It means that I can focus on mine and my team's athletics instead of being concerned with the lack of equal gender athletic opportunities. Aaron McDuffie. For me, Title IX is about strength. It's about the opportunity for men to challenge their bodies and strengthen their resolve through athletics. Sports made me a stronger woman. Beth Moncrief. Freedom to make choices, that both sexes are equal, that we can excel in this arena. Donna Ricks. I decided to use this question in my interviews to see what type of responses I would get. This is what was said.
Open doors for you, more for it. And when you get closer to college, it sounds like maybe it's better doors open. Because it will be equal for men and women's sports in even the college level. My goodness, what they spend on the guys. I think the females would have a lot better chance of what they're doing.
So it gives them a better opportunity.
Oh, much better. I think maybe even international. I know our women have to go international to play, and that shouldn't be. That shouldn't be. We should have women's teams right here in the United States. It'd be fun to see.
That it gave me an opportunity to play sports, because I know some females that were older than me didn't have that opportunity, and I just can't imagine going through school and not having the opportunity to play, which it kind of led me into my career as a teacher as well, just because I love all sports and I had the opportunity to play them. But I mean, I know that, you know, it's a law that makes it mandatory for institutions that are federally funded to provide equal opportunities for boys and girls, men and women.
In conclusion, without Title IX, the lives of Americans today would be completely different. Women would only be treated with half the respect they are treated now, and there would be limited chances for girls to be anything but stay-at-home moms or housewives. In fact, Title IX, along with equal opportunity, brings along chances for women to earn scholarships. Without these scholarships, women could have a slight chance of being able to go to college. Without professional athletics for women, American pastime would be only half of what it is today. There wouldn't be any women's basketball teams, soccer teams, or many of the sports Americans watch today. The only thing you would see women participating in would be the three original sports: tennis, swimming, track, and occasionally cheerleading. Therefore, Title IX's existence is necessary for the lives of female athletes. Increased female participation in sports and Title IX has changed the political position of girls and young women. Both have challenged and continue to destroy myths that women are inferior to men. They fight stereotypes that women do not have interest in traditionally male-dominated activities. By breaking down these barriers, female opportunity can only continue to soar.